What's going on, YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Batman issue number 2. This one is written by Matt Fraction with artwork by Jorge Jimenez, and this issue sees the dynamic duo of Bruce and Tim Drake. That's right, because Damian's in the other Batman focus book, Batman and Robin. Although he does make an appearance in this thing via some flashbacks where Tim is kind of learning to drive and Damian's just kind of ripping on him for it, even splashes him with a hose, but Tim gets his rebuttal by kind of hitting him with the car. But it's flashback stuff, so Damian's more brattiness is kind of acceptable because, well, he hasn't gone through as much of his growth, we're led to believe. It's not exactly clear how far into the past it is, but it comes back to tie into the present with Tim having to learn how to drive something, but struggling with the concept of it, despite, being a Robin and being smart enough to do all these other things, can't seem to drive a car. Yeah, go figure. But anyways, so I think it was the last issue where we saw Tim confronted by like some sort of cop and held at gunpoint. We kind of see where that all comes into play right here. He's trying to stop a robbery, and during this situation, a crazed cop comes in and shoots the one person there and kills him. And Tim's like, "Hey, why'd you do that? You didn't have to shoot him." He's like, "Well, on a technical, suspect fleeing showcases hospitality. Lethal force can be used when necessary." Tim then tries to flee, gets shot in the side, and we also showcase him hitting Damian with a car at one point, but there's no concern really from anybody else or anybody seeming to care. Well, technically he was on the car and then he launched him off or something, but I don't know. Is that really a case for celebrating? Who knows? But that's just more sort of played for laughs and using him as the punching bag to prop up Tim Drake. So some fans will probably not like it. Some will get a kick out of it, but again, it's flashback stuff. It doesn't bother me all that much. If it were present, then yeah, it would, but like I said, it's flashback stuff. So yeah, Tim's trapped in this vehicle after getting apprehended by the cops, getting shot, but it leads to a pretty good action sequence where he's confronted by all these different criminals who he helped kind of put in there in the first place. He is rescued by Batman at one point, which is a good moment for him. I love the look of the new bat suit. I think the design, the blue and the gray and the yellow belt, the costumes really pop off the page. I mean, Tim's new suit is excellent right here. It's a really good design. I always liked the Robin suit to have a lot of red within its mixture. So they get there. Then there's a confrontation between the cop who shot Tim earlier and another cop that views Batman and Robin as allies of the GCPD. And they get into a scuffle, and then they both shoot themselves. I mean, they try to get in the way of it, but again, they both shot and kind of like one of them kind of shot and killed his own partner. I don't know if I think he's died. But yeah, so and then he shoots Batman in the side, and then we cut back to a little bit more of the past, showcasing Tim and his learning to drive. But then he has to drive the Batmobile back, which is funny because doesn't the Batmobile have an automated "please drive me home" Batmobile thing? We've established that it has voice command authorizations and self-driving capabilities and all this other stuff beforehand. But so why does it really matter who's in the driver's seat? Can't he just tell the Batmobile to take him home? I mean, self-driving cars are a thing, so I don't know why this is such a big factor, but it's kind of more so played for laughs with all the crazy stuff that the Batmobile can do, and Tim uses his kind of training from beforehand and makes his way back. So, of course, with the shootouts, this is where Vandal Savage comes in. We showcase him and his corrupt police officers beating down reporters and breaking their jaws, and nobody seems to really bat an eye to that right out in the public. And he uses this incident to basically declare war on Batman and Robin because they were there at the scene of the crime for while this stuff kind of happened. So now they're going to be public enemy number one, it seems, and we're going to have to, follow that storyline for a little bit too. God, I don't know why Vandal Savage is even here. He feels so out of place. He was introduced in the Zdarsky run, and I really wish that Fraction would have just kind of had a quick explanation. Okay, Vandal Savage, just do the Poochie thing from The Simpsons, where it's like, my planet needs me, I have to go. Just have something like that with Vandal Savage and just kind of reset things a little bit. But we're stuck with Vandal Savage here, and the corrupt GCPD again, as if we haven't had enough of that. With the corrupt GCPD stuff, I don't know. It's just something that's just been going on for such a long time, and it's just kind of a little bit tired. I mean, there's always going to be some sort of corruption, but this level in the GCPD, I feel like at this point, we've kind of hopefully weaned some stuff out of there. But hey, you always got to have, I guess, a little bit of it in there. I'm just kind of bored of it, and especially with the kind of more militarized forces, this is something that's going on in Nightwing as well, and the Bloodhaven stuff. So it feels like I'm kind of like reading the same thing again, although this time it's the head of the GCPD, Commissioner Vandal Savage now, as opposed to a corporation like Spheric Industries taking over and doing their thing. So it's a little bit different that way, I suppose. The corruption's directly in the GCPD. I mean, there was corruption in the stuff in Bloodhaven, but it's actually being run by somebody like within it more so than an outsider. So I guess that's the distinct difference of it. So Jorge Jimenez's artwork is once again excellent. I mean, it makes sense because it is Jorge Jimenez. He knows how to draw action. I like how it moves from one panel to the other, and it feels very fluid and all that too. Some of the writing, question a few things. The Damien stuff, mostly I'm okay with it, I suppose, because it is set in the past, because we showcase that Alfred is there in that situation, but they just make him just really angry and bratty. But again, Alfred was still alive. He had more of that bratty persona, so it makes sense in that context. Now, if this was current Wayne Manor stuff and he did that, then I'd be like, are you not reading anything else, Matt? But again, it's at some point in the past. Tim doesn't really seem to know how to drive at this point, but yet he's smart enough to figure out like this Batman and Robin stuff, but he doesn't know how to drive. I mean, I don't know, like, when does this really take place is the question. I mean, Damien, it would have been there for a while at that point, given this would be after the run of Dick as Batman and all that too. At least that's my thinking of it all. So I don't know. I'm trying to comprehend when this all takes place, but I guess I just kind of have to roll with it at a certain point. So yeah, there's some good stuff in here. Nothing amazing or mind blowing or anything like that. I think the artwork is what stands out the most to me. Kind of bored of the Vandal Savage and the GCPD thing. I wish he'd just go away at this point. I don't know why I don't know how anyone thinks, yeah, let's put Vandal Savage as the head of the GCPD. That's not really an exciting thing for at least me personally. It just, because he's more of like a full-blown Justice League villain, it just feels off having him just confined to focusing on Gotham. So, but that's just my takeaway with it. But what do you all think? Post your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts and all that on Batman issue number 2 by Matt Fraction. Did you like it? Did you dislike it? All that other fun stuff. I got some more books coming up, but in the meantime, just check this thing out and let me know what you think. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.